To make the cake, follow the proportions on the side. Mainly you will need flour, eggs, sugar, butter, milk, yeast, vanilla sugar or any kind of vanilla flavoring, and saffron, but only if yolks of the eggs are pale. For the filling you'll need poppy seeds. If you have bought them grinded, you won't need to simmer them. You'll also need some sugar or honey for taste, dried nuts and tropical fruits. I bought a nut mix and raisins. Separate the eggs. You can do it in any moment. They won't dry out easily. Proportions in the recipe are for small eggs, so if you have them big, reduce the number in the recipe. Prepare the leaven. Measure 1 cup of milk, heat it up, add yeast and sugar to the milk and mix. Leave it to grow for 10 minutes, but use different cup. Oh, like this one. Sift the flour into the bowl. Add melted butter, yolks, leaven, sugar and vanilla extract in no particular order. Mix it thoroughly. You'll know it is okay when it stops sticking to your hand. If it's still sticky, add more flour, but don't overdo it. Let it grow and meanwhile prepare the filling. If you don't have grinded poppy seeds, simmer them for 20 minutes and then grind them at least 2 times. If you do have grinded poppy seeds, just submerge them in boiling water. Now drain them carefully. Notice that my poppy seeds are a bit soggy. That's not the desired effect. They should have been drained more carefully. While the poppy seeds are draining, you can prepare the nuts. Cut them into as small pieces as you can. Now, let's make the filling. Add sugar or honey to the poppy seeds. Those nuts, raisins, and mix it thoroughly. Make sure it isn't too soggy by adding some breadcrumbs or flour, preferably breadcrumbs. Beat the egg whites until stiff. But don't beat all of it. Leave at least 1 egg for later part. Now stir the foam into the poppy seed paste. Remember that thickness is the key. After all the mixing, it should look like this. Now let's make the cakes. We have enough dough and filling to fill 2 forms. So let's separate the dough. And because I have only one long form, I'll leave it for later. Flatten the dough. Remember that it has to be a little bit longer than your form, because you will be folding the edges. Now, spread the filling and roll it up. Then, fold the outer edges inside and insert it into the form. Now, spread the whites that you have saved from the earlier part on top of the cake. Let the yeast work a little and let it grow for at least half an hour. Then preheat your oven for 180 degrees Celsius, and once you are done, insert Makowiec inside. Bake it for 40 minutes or until golden brown. If you haven't been patient with the cake and didn't let it grow, it will break while baking, but that's no problem. It will still be tasty, and after it dries out, it will be easy to cut. Edges of poppy seed rolls usually have little poppy seed filling, but once you cut deeper into the middle, you will notice increasing amount of filling. That's all for today. I hope you learned something new. Leave a like if you did, and if you want to learn more, subscribe to my channel or like me on Facebook. Happy cooking and Merry Christmas!